Hello, hello! Between the mountains of stuff, I want to welcome you to the August vlog. We have a laundry and we have a huge mountain of things that I want to pack into my backpack because tomorrow I'm leaving for my kind of summer vacation. This year it's only going to be 9 days in the Netherlands, or like 10 days or something like that. And I'm gonna try to pack it minimally. It's just a festival. We're gonna return after that. But the weather, I'm afraid, is gonna be rainy and not really warm, and we're gonna be in our tent. So, I need to be wise when packing. If I bring too much stuff, then I can potentially have too much like wet stuff. If I don't bring enough stuff, then I potentially don't have like enough things to wear and to dry them if it rains for like 3 days. So this is basically the clothes I'm bringing. But first, I think I need to pack my giant sleeping bag into like a smaller something. I'm always so surprised that it's possible to shrink my big sleeping bag into such a small thing. I mean, I can't really believe it. This also weighs like, I don't know, I think less than 5 kilograms, less than 10 pounds. It's amazing, but there's not even water in here. But I'm happy with my minimalist packing, I think. I am back, and we had actually a really great week in the Netherlands, like a week-long festival. It's just always a great time to meet friends and have fun, and actually met one of you, a person who watches my videos regularly, and that was also really fun. And now I'm back and I'm just really excited to go swimming, but it also was my birthday and I got some gifts that I wanted to show you. Let's start off with this one. I didn't know I would get this. This is a swimming buoy, and so this is kind of for safety and for longer swims in the lakes. And I haven't gone for like really long swims, also because I have to leave my stuff at the shore and I couldn't do anything if someone came and grabbed it, right? But with this I could like put it in here and take it with me, like the valuables, my phone and keys and stuff like that. And so maybe that's a good idea. So I might try out some longer swims, but I'm like worried. I think that's only possible for me in like the warmest 3, 4, 5 months of the year. During the colder half of the year, I'm like, when it's very cold, I'm like 5 minutes and out. And when it's like a bit warmer, it's like 20 minutes, but then I'm cold and then I really have to get out. But maybe during summer I can swim for longer. And so now I have this buoy and I don't really know how it works yet, but we're gonna figure that out. And then I also got some books. I also actually got one ebook. I'm gonna just mention it once I read it, and I'm gonna only talk very briefly about them because again, I'm gonna talk more about them once I've read them. I got the Bible. This is like a book about bisexuality, and it's not like, it doesn't get printed anymore and doesn't get sold anymore. So these are secondhand, and my boyfriend got them for me. Like he searched the internet for them and found them. And I'm really happy because they're supposed to be really good. This is like just part 1 and part 2. So I'm really excited to read them. It's, about bisexuality, and that's always interesting because I'm bi myself. And then these are also 2 books that belong together. And it's from the author I read the science fiction series, like queer, really great science fiction series, the Wayfarer series, a few months ago. But I hope it will be equally as good. So I'm looking forward to reading them. And I think honestly all of them are just pretty. And I like pretty books. So I'm not sure. I might actually keep them once I read them, which is not something I usually do. But if they're like really good, I want to read them again, and because they're pretty, I might keep them. Let's see, or maybe I just, give them to my boyfriend and he wants to keep them. But now, after over a week of not swimming, I'd say we need to go swimming. It is incredibly hot and it's like the first day in 4 days that I haven't been at the lake, but I've had a lot of sun and outside time during the past few days, so maybe it's also a good idea, and it's just so hot. But I finished the book, this one here. I started it before I went on vacation, but now I finished it. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but I've read another book of hers before, a very small one, called We Should All Be Feminists, that I did like. But now this one is fiction, and I loved it. It's about love. It's about identity. It plays in the US, a little bit in the UK, and also in Nigeria. And it's interesting and it's vulnerable, and I can relate to the people, and I can highly recommend you read it. I had some pretty lazy days of rain and reading, and I finished already 2 of the books I got for my birthday. It's the Bibles. And honestly, it just feels so good to read all of these people stories about their bisexuality, and it makes me feel seen, because it's a lot about also like biphobia and bi-erasure, which is a huge problem, that as bisexual people we are often seen as either straight or gay or not existent or in a phase, and that's of course not true, because being bi means having the capacity to love people regardless of their gender, and that does feel different from being gay or straight. And I can highly recommend them if you're either bisexual or just want to kind of get a look into our minds. But then also I saw some family, and I got another birthday present, another book. It's this one by Beatrice Salvioni, and it's Malnata. It's supposed to be about friendship, and I'm really excited to read it, but I'm gonna talk more about it once I actually read it. So just to mix it up slightly, we have a different angle, but I'm again in my bedroom talking to you about books, because it has been like not the greatest weather this past week, but there were like 2 or 3 great days. I did go to the lake, I did visit a friend, we did sleep outside and saw shooting stars and the Milky Way and swam in lakes, and so I had a good time, but I didn't record anything. But back to the books I read during the past few days. Number one, these two that I got for my birthday. I really enjoyed them. They're by Becky Chambers. And this is like a sustainable utopia of my liking, very much. Like A Psalm of the Wild build is the first one. It's about a monk and a robot. It's a bit queer. It's very, very much telling you that you are okay the way you are. And it's about adventures and it's about trying new things. And then A Prayer for the Crown Shy, the second book, is about the same protagonists and maybe more so about friendship and human interaction, and still very much about like figuring out the right path for you without being pressured. And that's something I really, really resonate with right now, because I feel a bit overwhelmed with producing content, because I feel like I don't have like lessons and insights and things to share with you that are very valuable and useful. But I'm having a really, really good life in my everyday life, but it just doesn't translate to like useful things. And so it's very much so just I'm living, but I'm not following like one specific goal, and I can't always share how I advanced in something because I'm just living. And then I read another book. It's this one. In German, it's Die Mitternachtsbibliothek. In English, I think it's The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I don't know if his name is pronounced like this. I think it's a pretty famous book, and there are mixed reviews. And I do also have to say, I'm not sure. Like, didn't think it was bad, but I also didn't love it. I didn't like the style it was written, or like I just... It wasn't well written, but it could be the translation. So maybe that's the issue here, because it's the German version. I got this from a friend and she really liked it, so I wanted to read it and see, you know, if we have a similar taste here. And it's about a person who tries to take their life, and then they get a chance, you know, to kind of think about the decision and experience some possibilities. And yeah, that's what it all is all about, and it's trying to be this very positive thing. In the beginning, I think it's pretty depressing, but also I'm not sure. Try it out for yourself, I'd say. But these I can really recommend. And now, tomorrow actually, I'm going to Switzerland to visit family and hike a bit. And I'm not sure. Not all of the plans I had did work out, but I'm looking forward to seeing some friends and family, and I'll maybe, you know, take you along a little bit. Hello from Switzerland. It's hot here, although it's supposed to rain during the next few days, which makes me so sad because we wanted to go hiking. But right now I'm here down by the river and I'm looking for the perfect spot to go swimming. Whenever I am in Switzerland visiting family, I also try to do these two things. On one hand, I try to get a little bit of alone time, because even though I lived, you know, with my parents for the first 20 years of my life, it's still kind of crazy to suddenly spend 24/7 with them again. And so it's always a good idea to have some solo adventures, like going to the river here and going swimming. And so that's something I intentionally do whenever I'm there. But then also another thing that I like doing is trying to explore the country I'm from a bit more. Because honestly, I know so little. And part of that this time was a 2-day hike in a region of Switzerland I've barely visited. And this is just, it kind of hurts in my chest to know that this country is so small and yet there's so little I've seen, and there's so many beautiful mountains, and I'd honestly like to go on all of them. Not all of them, there's some like 4,000 meter high ones that are just like, I don't have the skills and the equipment, and maybe I don't want to go there, but look at this, it's just beautiful there. And so this is the other effort I'm trying to make, is explore a part of Switzerland that I haven't seen. And sometimes that's easier and sometimes it's harder, and it's honestly really expensive. But I think this time it worked out well. It's a bit past 8 in the morning. We just started from the hut and now we're climbing up to 2,500 meters above sea level again to then descend and be done with our 2-day hike. But it's really, really beautiful here. And I'm going to show you a bit more of it throughout the day. One of the great joys of spending time in the mountains is seeing wild animals. Now, I think there's just something special about this because you never know if you're going to be lucky enough. And it's not like going to the zoo or something where animals are in captivity and you're going to see them anyways. But it's kind of this, I don't know, Easter egg hunt kind of feeling, and I love it. So every time we do see animals, I'm just really happy. The same goes for special like weather conditions and moments, because of course you can go to the same place several times, but it's never gonna be exactly alike. And that's, I think, what I like about nature in general. I'm back from Switzerland, and honestly it's already the 1st of September. On my ebook reader I did read The Color Purple, and while there's like a lot of abuse in there, there's also a lot of like love and friendship and negotiating rules of our society, and it's queer and it's about racism, and I really liked that book, even though it was a bit hard to read for me sometimes because it's written in like slang or dialects, and so sometimes it was a bit hard for me to read, but I can highly recommend that book. And also I wanted to show you that in Switzerland this month I haven't had a creative project. Now that's not something I like plan and do every single month. Like, if I wouldn't feel like it, I wouldn't. But I suddenly had the urge to knot friendship bracelets. I did that a lot as a kid, and so I started again because my mom has a lot of supply. I also took home some like more stuff to make like friendship bracelets or to embroider stuff. But I'll show you, I made this for myself. It's kind of like pride flag themed. I also made this little pride flag and a bunch of like bracelets for my son, and I have like a keychain. So yeah, that's, I think, everything about the stuff and everything about kind of what I did. I had a good month, and I hope September will continue like this, and I'll see you in the September vlog and all the other videos. So thank you so much for watching. I will link you another video here that you can check out if you want. And other than that, don't forget to check out Patreon as well, where there's an extra podcast episode every single week. And until then, goodbye.